Sometimes choosing yourself becomes avoidance. There's something happening right now in personal growth, and it sounds right at first. Choose yourself, protect your energy, cut off anyone that doesn't align. And listen, some of that is real. A lot of people have spent years overgiving, over-explaining, ignoring what they feel just to keep the peace. So learning to choose yourself, that does matter. But there's a line, and a lot of people cross it without even realizing it. What starts as self-respect quietly turns into avoidance. And it sounds like growth when you say it. If they don't meet my standards, they're out. If they trigger me, they're not aligned. If it feels uncomfortable, it's not for me. But here's the truth most people skip right over. Not all discomfort is misalignment. Sometimes it's a mirror. Inhale through your nose with a sip at the top, hold, and a slow exhale. If everyone around you becomes a problem, you have to at least consider the pattern might not be them, because it's easy to feel calm when you've removed anything that challenges you. It's easy to feel evolved when no one is testing you, but that's not growth, that's a controlled environment. Real growth shows up in real life. It shows up when someone disagrees with you and you don't lose yourself, when something triggers you and you don't immediately react. When you can stay grounded without needing the situation to change first, because compassion and boundaries are not opposites. You can choose yourself without rejecting everyone else. You can outgrow behaviors without devaluing other people. And here's the other piece people miss. Your truth might not be the same as someone else's truth, and that doesn't automatically make them wrong. It's perspective. Two people can see the same situation completely differently and both be right from where they stand. So if your standard becomes everyone has to see it the way I do, you're not growing, you're just controlling. And let me be really super clear about something. That doesn't mean you hold on to people who are no longer in alignment with you. There are relationships that don't serve you anymore, especially people who have been in your life for a long time. Where you've grown in different directions and stayed connected just for history's sake, just for old times, that's not alignment either. But here's the difference. You don't have to cut people off in harsh, reactive ways. Most of the time, when things truly don't align anymore, they fade, the conversations change, the connection shifts, the space naturally increases. And you can let that happen without resentment, without making them wrong, without turning it into a story. Because not everyone is meant to go where you're going, and that's okay. But if your response to growth is to eliminate everyone quickly, you might not be protecting your peace, you might be avoiding the work. And here's the part of that people don't like hearing. When you eliminate everyone, you eliminate your accountability. There's no one reflecting anything back to you, no one challenging you, no one showing you where you still react. So what's left can start to feel like real clarity, but it's actually self-righteousness. I'm protecting my peace, but your peace only exists when no one challenges you. That's not peace, that's fragility. This is the real question. Not, do they trigger me? But can I stay in control of myself when they trigger me? Because that's where your power is. Not in controlling your environment every day and every person, but in how you show up within your environment. Spirituality isn't a filter to remove people, it's a standard for how you show up with people. Can you stay calm when someone else isn't? Can you stay grounded when something doesn't go your way? Can you respond instead of react? That is the work. That's the growth. That's what actually changes your life. Because the goal isn't to build a life where nothing bothers you. The goal is to become to someone who can walk into any situation and not lose themselves. So return to calm, remember who you are, and claim your power. Gypsy out.